How's everyone doing today? So today is April 17th. Yesterday, on April 16th, I had a same day lay with the mixed Latina.
So this is the Indian student. Okay, let's hear it.
She was mixed between Puerto Rican, Mexican.
Yeah, so he just sent it to me right now. I have no idea what it said. So whatever it said, that's the video testimonial. I'll just call him to see what happens. I'm not planning this. Yo, don't tell any sort of identifiable information, okay? But that was your video testimonial. You see me on the YouTube live right now?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Oh, cool. We didn't plan this or anything. We have no idea. It's just completely spontaneous. Today, I was supposed to talk about Asian masculinity, but can you confirm a couple of things for me, okay? So after we saw your video testimonial, okay? First of all, is all the other video testimonials of the students laid, same day laid, all that stuff recently, are they all real or are they just all fake? Have you seen their faces, their names, and know who they are and seen their lay pics?
Yeah, the WhatsApp group.
Yes. So what do you have to say to people that are haters and they think, oh, yeah, it can't be that many. It's just nonstop.
First, they should go on your website and look at all the testimonials because everything's right there. I'm assuming you post testimonials to the Facebook outing group, right?
Yeah, I do. So
yeah, so I mean it's there too.
But you're the one who's seen it.
Jealous and whatnot. Yeah.
But here's the thing: they may be jealous, right? But here's the thing, okay? They see it with the woman's face censored, right? And you see the name censored, but you see it uncensored, the names of your classmates. That's something that they don't know. What do you have to say about that?
They're beautiful. Like those girls are like supermodels. I can send you a picture of the one I had the same day lay with yesterday, and she's pretty good looking.
Okay, but when you look at the women, are they above the look scale of the students for the recent ones? It is not bullshit. You've seen their faces, not like some busted trash like other dating coaches, and they just censoring the. This is for real. It's not bullshit.
Because the last one, the blonde one, I think the Italian student.
When you look at the women, are they above the look scale of the student?
Yes, they are.
And this is not bullshit. You've seen their faces and everything like that. Okay.
They're way above the looks.
What will you rate out of 10? Like down to decimal points?
Probably 8. 8, yeah.
Okay. So some people think it's a 9, some people think it's 8, whatever, but I don't know. I think some are 9, some are 8. But anyways, I still stand by that. So you think the last one's an 8? The one that looks almost like Julia Roberts and stuff? You think she's an 8?
Yeah, she is. The blonde one? Yeah.
What about the other ones?
Yeah, they're like 8 to 10. It's
8 to 10, right? That's what I meant. So I still have some of the other pictures. Here's the Dua Lipa looking one. Okay. Bulgarian. Let's see. What do you think of this one?
Oh, the one that just sent me? Yeah, I think she's a 9, 8, 9.
Okay.
I'm guessing 9.
9. Okay. So
she's really pretty.
Yeah, that's just the second one. And there's 6 other ones too. Have you seen any other students from other, I know you don't look at other companies and stuff like that, but have you ever seen like anyone else students getting this kind of results? Like model looking women?
No, I have not.
We're just adapting in real time. We're not planning this or anything. So you can confirm that everything is real, every single student. I did that in the outer circle. I have not posted every single video testimonial, not even your screenshot pic yet, or I haven't posted a lot of the students, Italians and the white student, because there's just too many. You know that? When you see that they pop up all the time, is there actually that many? Because sometimes people may get a glimpse or get an idea and post it on the thumbnails and stuff, right? Are those all real? Whenever I post when I post a thumbnail, right, and I put the video as premiere, right? Do they have a video testimonial behind them?
Yes, they do.
And they haven't seen it yet, but every single one that has a video testimonial behind it.
Yes, all of them do.
Okay, so that's frequently as this happens, right? All the time. I always show you guys the pictures of the women and stuff like that. None of this is BS. This is all real. They do pop up this often. They just get laid like nonstop, basically.
Yeah. Yes, they do. They go out and post the results.
They always seem they lay and stuff for some reason.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna send you some of the other students, women, so you can see it. I think I found some of the older ones. Okay. And tell me what you think, okay? There's a lot of lay pics over here. I'm not gonna send you those ones, but I could if you want to see their vagina. So I usually censor afterwards. So you're always the first one to see it before everyone else. Okay, I'm going to send you a couple here, okay? Obviously, All right. So the second one, right? Is she attractive?
Oh, she definitely is attractive.
What do you, because you can see her face now, right? Nobody else can see it. And we're not gonna obviously show the camera. We're not fucking stupid, right? Because we can get in a lot of trouble for this shit. However, what do you think she is out of 10? Decimal point. Okay. And how about the next one? This is the Vietnamese student with a Latina, 18-year-old.
Oh, that one's 9. Like a 9.5, between 9 and a 10.
Yeah. Look at her, right? You can see her vagina too, right?
Yeah.
So,
Nice body.
yeah, 18 years old, Latina. Nice, right? Influencer too, actually. So I have more pictures of the other women. This is just what I can find from the Italian student. There's actually more women that even some of them are more attractive. Okay, here's another one from my students, okay? This is one of the London student before we tend to fuck by these, okay? What do you think about her?
8 out of 10.
All right. But yeah, 8 nines, stuff like that. Do you guys see a pattern here? So is this bullshit or is this number like, is your number objective or are you like exaggerating it?
It's real. Nobody would agree. All these women way above the students,
Like it's not even close. So far beyond.
up there, yeah.
Okay. Does any of the students actually use like alcohol and escalate her super hard, like other people's boot camps? In my coaching,
I don't know.
So is there
Definitely not.
is there any one time in my coaching, right, inner circle, anything that I tell the students, hey, it's easier to use alcohol, loosen her up, and deal with objections? Have I ever once did that?
No, never.
Not even once. Because do you think that's unethical?
Really unethical. Like you can get in big trouble for that.
Yeah. So if that's how their student get results and they don't show that part, that's pretty unethical. Okay. How about this? I know this is the first time you heard of red pill and stuff. Do you know a lot of Indians are red pill recently? We won't say any more details.
No.
Okay, or black pill. You have no idea what that is, right? So you have no. So you're not using Instagram closing. You're not using clout. You're not using money status or anything like that.
No, definitely not.
Believe it or not, a lot of Indians, right? They believe that every single time I talk to an Indian person and they're interested in coaching, they always the first thing they say is, "Don't you need an Instagram?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And you're from the United States, right? So it's not like nothing. All right. So all right. So also, okay. That's also stupid. Do you think you need muscles and stuff, like huge muscles? And that's the second thing that all the Indians are like, oh yeah, but I got to work out first before I even consider your coaching. You do work out a little bit to V shape, but do you need to work out like a compound ninja turtle, this Asian masculinity bullshit?
No, you don't have to do all that. You just gotta the workout plan and take the protein supplements.
Yeah. If you don't need that, and what do you close with in the number close? I know that this time you didn't have to, right? You went for a same day lay. But do the students use Instagram or they just use the WhatsApp or text?
Probably use the phone number and WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I don't use Instagram or any other social media.
And when I say the students get laid in 1 to 6 approaches, right? A lot of people are like, one guy kept laughing at me, one recent student who became a student. Every time I was like, oh, he got laid in 1 to 6. It's like, oh, then 1 to 6. So what are you laughing at? You've seen it all.
Oh.
Is that?
So that was my first approach that day too.
First approach?
Yes.
Oh, that's the truth. If it's the first approach, right? And all the other students, are they closing in 1 to 6 approaches or is that bullshit consistently? The ones who drill it down, the white student, the Italian student, the Jewish student, the Vietnamese guy, they're during that day, it's always at 1 to 6. And for you, it's the first approach. A lot of people are skeptical about this, saying there's a 10% stats. Most women will flake. All that. Is that bullshit? Okay. Is all this true? What I say with the students who level up, they close in 1 to 6 approaches? Or is this like exaggerated? Be honest. You've seen all the testimonials, all the student results. Tell them what it is. I'm not telling them what to say. I have no idea. I just called them out of the blue.
Yeah, like all of them close to 1 to 6 approaches after they throw the exercises down. It's anything in nature while you sit.
And there are some students obviously struggle, right? For them, it takes more than 1 to 6 because they don't drill it down properly. But however, the ones who did get laid, right? Are they all 1 to 6?
Yes.
Every single one. Even though if they think it's impossible. Like all these guys I show you, the Vietnamese guy, the Jewish guy, Italian guy.
Yes.
So
All close 1 to 6 approaches.
and this is entirely possible, even though it's never been heard of before in the history of Daygame.
Yes, it's possible. Once you drew all the exercises down, you should be good to go.
Do you remember the millionaire student with 15 lays, 5 white girls, 5 models, 2 actresses, 1 foursome? Do you remember that guy? We won't want to say his name. You were there when all that happened. So
yes, I was.
And you saw him getting laid in like less than 1 to 6 approaches consistently over and over. Am I right?
Yes.
This is not some bullshit.
No, definitely not.
Like he closed on like you may not remember, but he closed on the first approach in Berlin. Fucking same day lay, first approach. Blonde chick.
No, yeah, I remember the student.
Okay, do you remember the guy from London before? No,
yes.
We don't want to say his name, but with 10 fuck buddies, 5 some, 2 models, and 1 became his girlfriend. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I remember that one.
He was your classmate before.
Yeah.
And you saw all his results back to back as I posted in the group.
Yeah.
And this is all real. It's not like some bullshit. It's all real.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, that was.
And the women, right? All the lay pics, everything is all real. That's his name there. Okay. I think beyond a shadow of a doubt, right? All the students are saying exactly the same thing. They're getting laid in 1 to 6 approaches. Number 2, the students are getting women above their looks level. These are facts. Number 3, some of the students' lay pics I just showed you are 8s and 9s or even higher, 9.5 consistently. There's no alcohol at all in my coaching. You've never seen a single instance of me teaching the students how to use alcohol in inner circle, elite access, and cheating the process. You never once seen that.
No, never.
Do you see the students using Instagram closes or clout and that red pill? You may not know it, but have you ever seen that before? Although I do teach the 6 algorithms and stuff, but do they even use it or they don't give a fuck? Well, let's make it very clear. So it's beyond a shadow of a doubt. When you see all the people closing same day lays and stuff and getting women coming out, did they close her with just normal texting or do they use the Instagram? I hope this makes sense. This is what they call red pill. They use the Instagram to show off their lifestyle, their money, all that stuff. Do they do that?
Oh, no.
Okay, now this is clear. This is clear. This is what I meant. When I say 6 algorithms, they don't use like the Instagram clothes and they try to show off the clout. They don't do that shit. They don't even understand how to do that, basically, or they don't even care. And they don't get flaked on. Have you noticed that? Okay, let's talk about the flake. Let's talk about the flakes, okay? When the students are leveled up and stuff, right? Do they actually get flaked on or are they just almost like non-existent? We're talking about the London.
Once you level up, you exercise, you do not get flaked on at all.
Like you see all the Jewish students, all these recent students, it's almost like they don't have any flakes.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And they're getting laid in 1 to 6 approaches. Is that accurate? Or because for people out there, they think it's impossible. Is now the reality. They say 10% stats, as white dating coaches say. You may not know who. Is that bullshit? The 10% stats?
Yeah.
Okay. So the students are getting laid, basically almost receiving no flakes. That means this whole flaking issue is because they're socially uncalibrated and nobody has taught social calibrations except me to level up. If you may not make the connection, but have you noticed there's no other day game coaches teaching social calibration?
No, they don't. Only you do.
And you've noticed the students when they do that, they don't actually get flakes when they level up their social calibrations. Is that true?
That is true. Yeah, none of the students that like get results from you, they never get flaked.
Yeah. So if that's true, then that rewrites the whole day game history. That debunks like, oh, Paul Jenka says like whatever, 10%, 11%. Then that is all wrong. White dating coaches say 10% this. That's completely wrong. It's more like what flakes? They'll come out anyways. Is that true?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then yeah, I'm the world's best day game coach. I'm not even exaggerating. So we didn't plan this conversation beforehand. Hey, I'm going to go on YouTube Live, show up. Did I say anything like that?
No, you did not.
Okay, I did say I'll go on YouTube Live later, but I never told you to come on and just tell people this stuff. I just phone you out of the blue. We're supposed to talk about Asian masculinity, right? It's like shitting all over the Asian masculinity. Your topic is not important enough to listen to. We should just change the title, right? Indian masculinity. When did you get laid? But what was the date?
Oh, it was April 16th, yesterday.
Nice. So it's not like way back then, like all these testimonials I post, like this is just recent. This just happened like yesterday.
Yeah, this is recent.
Then can exactly. Some people may think you're like a normal case or maybe a bit of a hard case. The different type: easy case, normal case, right? Hard case, impossible case, like emotional, and unteachable case, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Which one are you? Like, if you got late, right? Are you like a hard case or a normal case, or what are you?
Like right now, or
before this happened?
Impossible case.
Okay. And did I once used to think you're the worst student of all time? So for you to make such a big jump, right, to the same day lay, right? You have improved a lot. It all clicked. So, okay, what do you want to say to the other Indians out there? Like, there are probably a bunch of Indians that are interested in my coaching, but somehow they're so brainwashed by red pill and they're brainwashed by black pill. You need muscles, you need alcohol. It's always the same brainwashing. And then they're interested, but then they're like stuck by boot camps. What do you have to say to other Indians?
So what I suggest is they go onto your website and they look at all the testimonials they ever had, and so that can like show to them that you can help them get results. Not only that, but like all these other pills, it's like complete crap, like fake. It's like for people that can't do day games. So like, why listen to them? They have all the proof on your website blogs. That's all they need. It's okay to be Indian. You just gotta look whitewash, get the haircut, get the outfit, learn how to have a good conversation, and we'll work your way up. No.
So is it possible that these guys that believe that they need more clout and also they need to be higher status and that they need to be bigger muscles and use alcohol, are they doing the wrong things? Because if they're not whitewashed, won't they create xenophobia?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because most people, they dress like shit in public and beard. So
what happens?
Of course, like,
what happens? What happens if you don't cut your hair and look very Indianish, right? Do you get xenophobia and you start not wearing the whitewash fashion husband material?
Oh no, to women, especially the white women, to all the future Indian students, when have you seen a really hot white girl with an Indian? Ask yourself that.
For Daygame. Just Daygame, not like not just some type of like mixed game or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a regular student or something like that. When have you seen that? They're always getting some 4 out of 10s or something.
Yeah, some ugly girl. No, they don't really care about. No.
Yeah.
You're just there to help your ego.
Like, we're not talking about status maxing. We're not talking about using alcohol escalation with romantic flirts and all that bullshit and heavy bedroom escalation. We're just talking about like regular Indian that goes out there, does day game without any crutches. What you're saying to them is that, like, where are their results, basically? So
yeah, basically.
And also, does it make sense to like? Here's what I claim. Okay, is this true? That I don't believe in just trying to use like muscle maxing and then escalating super hard in the bedroom with alcohol and all that shit. But what I'm trying to say is that what I do advocate is that for Indians, do not look like your own ethnicity, that 2 out of 10 Indian type, that stereotype. You know what I'm talking about, right? The bench-shouldered Indians. Not to be racist or nothing, but bench-shouldered Indians. You know what I'm talking about? The really low SMV, you don't want to associate with them kind of types. So if you look like you're whitewashed, right? Is that 4 out of 10 in perceived natural status?
Yes.
Is it better to look like a different race, look black, or maybe look like Middle Eastern or look like Latino or something like that if you're light skinned as Indian?
Or Eastern?
Yeah, and other people, right? My old roommate, well, he looks right. He looks like Latino, so that helps too. And you saw other Indian students. Do you remember one student that in our group? Right now, he's 5'4" and he's engaged, and he's bald and short. I'm talking about that short guy. Okay, but there's a recent student who is engaged. If you look at the inner circle, he's a bald student. He's 5'4". He used to be one of your classmates a long time ago. Let me see if I can find it. No, it's down there. But yeah, one of your classmates got engaged. Do you remember the other Indian guy who got married?
Yes, I do.
You know who I'm talking about, right? The guy with a really heavy accent, right? That guy with the skinny fat and that guy. That Canadian.
Yeah, I know Tom Brady.
Yeah, so for him, when he dressed Indian wash, you know what happened to him, right? He gets.
I will never like dress Indian wash. I always suggest you guys always get a haircut every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for him, when he dressed whitewash, what happened to him? He got married, right? So, and he got made friends. He made a lot of white friends and everything else. But yeah, I just wanted to call you because I just want you to confirm this for the audience. Like, I don't usually do these kind of interview stuff like other dating coaches. And it's very confusing because whenever they interview a student, they may not get any results. And then you try to figure out like a needle in a haystack if you got laid or not. So you got a same day laid, basically, on April the 16th, 2024, right? And that's not bullshit.
No, it's real.
You have invested in yourself, right? I think that's an important concept, right? Because level 1, 2, 3. Over the years, you have invested in my coaching. Was it worth it?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth it.
This is a person asking, right? Can the student share about this training? What training are you talking about? He wants to know how you're trained without maybe giving away all the secrets, right? Give a rough outline how you were trained. We got to change the title, right, to Indian masculinity. We're gonna have to change the title. No, that's not fine. We can always do a video on Asian masculinity in the future. So, how did you get laid? Like, how was your training like? He wants to know that. Okay.
The training can be tough sometimes because one little tiny mistakes, you have to do the drill all over again. In fact, time you're trying to learn. Like you're supposed to, because everything's all off, you just gotta redo it again.
They might not. Okay, they might not know what a drill is, right? What when they say drill, because you know how do other people get taught usually?
Probably boot camps or some kind of program.
And then they just use some memorized.
Yeah, like the lines.
Okay, so since they don't have a concept of drills or lines or whatever, do I teach you guys like outside the opener, right? It has algorithm. Is there any lines in between all that stuff, or is it all flowing from the algorithms?
It's all about the algorithms.
So there's no like actual lines.
The logarithms, there's no such things as lines.
So literally the whole coaching, even though everybody else that's very Asperger's and autistic, give it a like if you guys are learning a lot. Basically, they're always learning lines from Todd V and other coaches, right? But
yeah, they learn the lines.
You're saying there is absolutely no lines whatsoever. It's all improvised with the algorithms. Is that true, or is that?
That's 100% true. It's all logarithms. Once you know what like the logarithms are,
yeah,
you should be good. There's no lines.
So, and they're probably wondering, the guy's wondering, right? What do you mean by how is he trained? What is a drill? How is it done?
For example, like if any of you have the thing, the Elite 30, he talks about conversation skill flow drill.
Yeah.
Like how to do it, how to ask open-ended questions.
Don't give everything away. Don't give everything away. But tell them, what's the purpose of that? Like, what does it do?
It's grow up, so then you can go on Insta date, you can, same day lay, go on dates.
So you're saying this triangular flow drill just gets her opening up. What does that do?
It gives you an opportunity to flirt. Because if you ask a good question, then she'll talk more than you can flirt.
Okay. So you're saying that if they get short answers, the opposite, then they cannot flirt? Is that what's happening? Like, what will happen?
Short answer.
Go on.
Well, if you get a short answer, then it'd be hard to continue the conversation.
I see, because a lot of people, they make statements, right? It's like, you look like you are into yoga, and she gives a short answer. Is that correct? Like zombies. You look like you're into yoga. And she's like, I guess I am. And then they're like, so how long have you been doing yoga for? A question, right? And then it's 3 years. You also look like you do CrossFit. And they're like, no. So besides CrossFit, what do you do? Is I don't know. I cook. And then ask 3 questions. Am I right? And they're like, so what do you like to cook? How long do you like to cook for? And then she says, I have a boyfriend. So
she walks away.
All the other coaches, right, they teach like that because they're autistic. So basically, the flow drill, right? I know it's very hard to learn for people with Asperger's and stuff, right? But so you're saying you drill this stuff down. What do they mean by drill it down?
Over until you master it.
Until it's like second nature. But do you practice out there in the field, or do you practice at home? Or where is this being practiced for the John Elite training? I'll answer that question for him. Go on.
Oh, yeah. Can I tell them how I did it?
You cannot give away specifics of how it's done, but you can tell them like where did you train in it and stuff like that, but not like the specifics, like the actual steps.
Oh, we train in your house first with the elite access.
Mm-hmm.
I always practice on there the conversation skill full drill.
Mm.
Then I send it to you, and you critique it. Critique, and even if you do get it right, you keep doing it. You just practice it until it becomes second nature. So when you go out there, it can just flow naturally.
Wait, so you're telling people that if they practice at home, even though they don't know how to practice without me, but if they practice at home with elite access with me, you're saying that they can level up like a boxing or maybe like a basketball, like in a gym or something like that before they go out there in the basketball court or go in the MMA gym. Metaphorically speaking, are you saying that's like when they go back out there, they have some kind of foundation, or are you talking about
one video he showed about Steve Nash, like doing the drills to make sure the free throw goes in?
Yes,
it's the same thing. Like we practice with you, and you give us feedback to see what we need to improve on.
Mm-hmm.
So then we fix on the things that we improve on, and we send you like a better one. You know what I'm saying? We practice with you, and we go out there and we apply what we learned.
Do you record the infields and send it to me and I critique it in front of the group? Does that happen? To see if you applied it? Basically, from what I'm hearing, even though I know exactly what it is because I train people like this, you're almost being trained like an army. You go out there in the field and we see how much of it you can actually apply, fix it, do more drills. Is this true? Is this the reason why the students, when leveled up, they don't get any flakes?
Yes, this is the reason why.
Is there any other coach you've ever heard of, or anybody even on YouTube have ever heard of students drilling stuff down like an army or MMA or something like that, Muay Thai or whatever, right? Like, and then going out there and applying it. Has anybody else taught it like this before for Daygame in the world?
No, they have not. No, not that what I see. No.
The most they do is just tactics and then some alcohol maybe, or maybe some status maxing Instagram clothes or huge numbers game with a mystery method shit, or RSD, a direct game, playing numbers game. But there's nobody that trains it like this.
Nobody, other than yourselves.
And you notice the most recent students, the guys who are like doing very well, right? Including yourself, but the white student, the Italian students, and all these other guys, did they drill it down so much that they got laid in 1 to 6 approaches?
Yes, we did.
This is not bullshit. I actually forced them to do more drills. Did they do more drills than you guys? Like some of the other students?
Yeah, yes, they did. Yes.
So the Jewish student and all these other people that got a girlfriend right now, all this other stuff, they put way more work. Are they more adaptable than some of the students?
Yes, they are more adaptable, more teachable, more like tenacity.
I see. So if it's all drills, right? Then I guess in a way, maybe the reason why I'm the world's best day game coach is because this is taught completely differently than everybody else. And everyone's, is it almost like everyone's running up a hill, getting respawned, getting their head shot off, and then running, respawning and running up the hill again, getting their head shot off, and then respawning again. And then it's, oh, okay, maybe I'll use a push pull, run up the hill, get their head shot off. Okay, now I'm going to try to talk like faster. Run up the hill. I'm gonna get a number. Is that what they're doing? Is that, when you think about it, isn't that insane?
Oh, that's fucking crazy. You're just wasting time even when you're burned out.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question somebody wants to ask here is that he's asking, can he tell us what his outfit is for Daygame? We cannot give him the specifics, but maybe just a very general macro things. Like we won't tell, we can only say the color. We cannot say the name of the pants, right? The name of the shoe. Or maybe we can just give them very vaguely. What kind of fashion is it? If we're talking about 6 frames, right? There's the fuck boyfriend, girlfriend frame, the friend zone frame, the husband material, sugar daddy, high status, like this club promoter kind of look. Which frame is it out of the 6?
Which one? Oh, it's the husband material.
Is it like a Zara kind of look, or is it more like a whitewash look?
More of a like whitewash look.
The hairstyle, we cannot go in details what you're doing, but you did get a haircut that's whitewashed. Am I right? Before you got laid, the same day lay.
Yeah. Or I went to the barber, and at the picture you showed me,
yeah,
I showed that to the barber, and I cut. Then I went to the mall. And I got that same day late.
So they're curious because these guys say, oh, Asian masculinity, why is it wrong? And stuff like that. Because they have no awareness that they're completely China washed. Even though this topic has been switched a little bit, they're completely China man washed and they have no awareness. But What happens when you, as an Indian person, start to dress whitewash and husband material, right? Versus trying to just have like a little bit curlier Indian hair and a little bit of beard. And what happens between the two in your experience?
If you like dressed up or just goth and shit, India,
Yeah.
like no girl's gonna give you the time of day. They're just gonna walk away from you. Like you're not gonna get nobody like that. Maybe a 3 or 4, but here we're focused on 9s and 10s and supermodels.
Yeah.
Those are the type of girls we focus on.
When you say supermodels are super attractive, right, and stuff like that, and you saw the pictures earlier, right, as you look at the WhatsApp again, and you scored it earlier, like some of them are 8, some of them are 9, some of them are 9.5, right? And
yeah,
for the people that just shows up, is that true? Like they're actually that good looking? Like for most people, it's out of their reality that even their students can even get anything but like other dating coaches, right? Okay, I'll tell you what I think happens. They'll say that they're Indian student or something, they'll get supermodels or something like that, right? Some busted trash and they don't show anything. Are these students here, right, that you see, are they getting like actual 9 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s, 8.5, 9.5? Or is this just like you seen it? Or is this exaggerated when I type that up?
No, we get those type of women in our dating.
And this is not bullshit. They're actually 9 out of 10s. They're not just some other dating coach that calls their wife or whatever girlfriends like 10 out of 10. In reality, they're just like 8. This is actually like 8.5, 9s, 9.5s, that quality. Like for real. Compared.
Yes, they're that high quality.
Okay. And have you seen any other company out there like consistently students are getting like this kind of quality?
No, I haven't. No.
Doesn't even exist, does it? They're all 4 out of 10s.
You know, like
or below their looks level, right? But you never seen anything like you might have seen like other people's testimonial stuff, but you never ever seen anything even close to because you saw the students' pics, the lay pics, and all that stuff, the women, without the censoring. So because you guys only see the censorship on the face, right, on the YouTube, and for all the new people, all that is when you see the woman's face and you see the name of the student or classmate in the inner circle, all this is real.
Yeah, this is all real, percent real.
Yeah, so haters out there, I'm just sticking my middle finger, and all the sewer rats out there, right? Here's Ruben again. Cheap fucking sewer rats, right? Why you look at these video testimonials and just ignore it? I'm gonna post your one next tomorrow. So it's gonna be like they're just gonna fucking ignore it, these sewer rats, these level 1 poor sewer rats. What do you want to say to the poor sewer rats who doesn't want to invest and they're like, oh, it's inflation. I'm sad, I'm depressed. Inflation.
Invest in you so they can give results. So they can get away from this poor mindset. So once you believe you can do it, then that's going to build confidence in you to do it again.
Yes. So you're saying they don't believe in themselves and they're not investing in themselves because they don't believe in themselves and they're cheaping out.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to other Indian? What's the questions here? No, it's not like whitewashed golf shirts, right? And shorts and loafers. That's what one guy says in his mental filter.
No, it's not. No, it's definitely wrong.
Is that even whitewash or is that just some sort of like old wash?
That's a cold man wash.
Okay, next question is where do you draw the line in becoming whitewashed though? Where do you think like you as an Indian, right? Because here's the thing though. Today's topic was about Asian masculinity. Okay, we have to redo this one, change the title. But most Asian masculinity, right? They always believe that, oh no, we cannot assimilate because we'll lose our identity, and then Asian pride, right? Whatever the fuck that means, Asian pride and stuff like that, right? Like an Asian narcissism, pat on the back, right? But they'll say you got to whitewash, and then you only make like they have no social skills flow drill, right? They're called verbals. You know that fucking verbals for ABCs of attraction and Griefing Casanova. Oh, verbals. You want to learn some verbals, some word associations, some autistic Asperger verbals. But for them, where do you draw the line? Can you is it because you're whitewash or is it because you have a specific exact algorithm that of your fashion?
It's a specific fashion algorithm that helps.
Do all the students dress exactly identical?
Everyone dresses identical.
So
all of them.
So you're saying the students who gets laid in 1 to 6 approaches, husband material, whitewash, specifically, the word specific algorithm, every single one of them dress exactly the same hairstyle, even if they're balding. everyone dresses the same shoes, same elevator shoes, same.
Yeah, same watch.
The same.
Same everything. Yeah, everything's the same.
So there's no, for them, when they wear golf shirts and they think that's husband material, then that they're creating new algorithms or new variables that may not work. But all the students, they dress the same. If that's the case, then all the guys who got laid in 1 to 6 approaches, I'm not saying fashion is everything, but they all dress in such a way they fit into the husband material. Am I correct? Same watch, the same shoes, the same everything. Literally, same pants, same color, everything. Same hairstyle.
We all dress the same. All of us look the same. Same watch, elevated shoes.
Outside of the black students that have to fade their hair a little bit different because they have the afro kind of hairstyle. But outside of that, right? Every other student, they have their black version of it, but everyone is exactly the same template. There's no variations.
Same template.
When you got a same day lay, right? And when do you get a same day lay again? What's the date?
I got it now. April 16th.
So April 16, 2024. Were you having the same hairstyle as all the other students?
Yes.
Did you wear the exact same blazer that they wear?
Yes.
Did you wear the same color and everything, like the dress shirt?
Yes.
Did you wear the same pants as everyone else?
Yes. Yep.
Did you wear the same elevator shoes, the same color, the same brand, same design? Did you wear the same watch?
Yes.
So if everything's the same, right? And you being Indian, right? And being whitewashed, the guy's asking you, to what degree do you whitewash? The better question is, how accurate or how calibrated, how perfect is my student's fashion? When it comes to like 100% being the most calibrated, 50% or maybe 20% is like polos and whatever he said, like golf t-shirts and shorts, maybe 10%. How much of it is accurate that white girls like it and it's easier the same day lay in 1 to 6 approaches, husband material?
Oh, it's like 100% accurate.
So if we change anything, we create new algorithms that should not be there, odds that should not be there.
Yes.
I hope that answered your question. So whoever asked that, right? Okay, so he wants to ask the next guy, does he think he could have got that lay without your training?
Fuck no. Hell no. I wouldn't have known about the opener, separate opener. Oh yeah, probably gone direct or something. Got blown out.
Do you have like high SMV or low SMV? You're not like a high SMV Indian guy, are you?
No.
Are you tall or strong or something?
No, I'm not that tall. I don't have that many much muscles.
That's the case, right? How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
So you're just 1 inch taller than me. You're short. Not super short, but you're still quite short. You're not like 6'1".
No.
So this fashion and everything. So what I think what they're trying to ask is that if you went direct or you tried a mass approach and you try to do it any other way except for my way, right? What happens? You were a bit of a hard case before, right? Impossible case. But when you try to do it your way, what happens?
You get burnt down, spiral.
So if you have like lower SMV, right? Then that means for you to get results. You also lost your virginity with my coaching before. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Do you think there's any other place in the world you could have gone to that for someone like you that is not considered to be high SMV, was the last lay that you got was like a same day lay with skills?
Yes, with skills, yep.
Tell them, what venues did you go to? Like, how did it happen?
Okay, so that first one, we went to a smoothie place.
Okay.
Then we drank smoothie, and we went to the movie theater as usual. We watched the movie there.
Okay.
And I pulled her back to my car. And me and her had sex in my car, back of my car, in the parking lot.
Nice. Oh, so this one was in the parking lot?
No, this one was at her house. She pulled me to her house.
Oh yeah, the first one with the losing of virginity was in the car.
Yeah, that was in the car in the parking lot.
Okay, and the second one, where did it go to?
We went to her house.
Okay, but how did it start, like, the venues?
Oh, so, like, I met her at the mall, and a conversation skill flow drill, how many minutes we stay in. That was like, how you taught us to do Insta dates?
Yes.
That's what I did. So then we went.
How long was the Insta date? Let's say how long each venue, right? So the first one was what, smoothies? You said?
It was 15. Yeah, smoothie, 15 minutes.
Then what happened afterwards?
Then I was like, hey, let's go walk over here. And we went. Then I was like, hey, this cool movie's playing. Let's go watch it. It's all right. So then we watched the movie.
It was a long movie. It was like 2 hours, 3 hours, one.
It was like an hour 45. Yeah, about like close to 2.
Okay. What happened afterwards?
Oh, then so she didn't drive there. She Ubered there. I was like, I'll give you a ride. She was like, okay. So then we went. Then while I was driving, I saw a park like on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, hey, let's look at this park. It has a nice scenery. So then we talked at the park. Heavy escalation. So we started making out and stuff like that.
Nice.
She started grinding on me. Then she was like, hey, let's go back to my house. I was like, all right. So then she showed me her house. And we went in there. Then we had sex.
And for all the Indians out there, right, that are like, oh yeah, it's so hard. You need to have muscle mass, like maxing and just alcohol maxing and romantic flirts and status and stuff like that, right? Did you do any of that stuff? Did you use Instagram clothes? Did you show your Instagram? Did you show your muscles, right? And use alcohol?
No.
So there was absolutely no alcohol. What was the only drink that you had?
Only drink I had was smoothie and ramen.
Ah, I see. So you didn't have to be a big Asian masculinity compound ninja turtle. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely not. There you go.
And the cheap people out there, right? The sewer rats. Right? And some of the Indians who are potentially level 3, right? That just don't invest in themselves, right? What do you have to say to them? The sewer rats and also the sheeps.
Yeah. Y'all need to invest in your coaching, John's coaching, because it helps a lot. You get like everything that you need right there. Everything that will make you successful.
Hey,
it's totally worth it.
Did you see any other day game coaches in the world right now from April post something from 2024? They might post old stuff, but have you seen a single coach anywhere? Maybe on your feed or something. You watch YouTube. You may not watch a lot of coaches out there and stuff, but did any of you out there see a single 2024 day game lay testimonial? I have not seen a single. I want to ask the audience too. Have you guys seen a single 2024 day game lay testimonial for day game? Not night game, not all this other shit, but actually for day game. That's not me. I don't think it exists yet. It might exist in the summer. It is possible somebody might get a student laid. But right now, up to April, right? Nobody. And you got laid on April the 16th, 2024. Indian guy. Let's see, what else? What's the next question? So now you know that he cannot get that laid without my training. Is it very thin on top, or they use the same haircut? I don't even know what the fuck that means. No, every single person has exactly the same haircut. There's no variations. It's exact. It's not just some fucking pompadour shit. It's like exact. Every angle is exact. Every single thing is exact. Next question. I don't want to bore you, right, to my student. I'm 30 and I have very little what? Are you talking about like self-esteem, or are you talking about like a sausage? I don't even know. No drinks at all? Oh, it must be Indian, right? Because they all Indians, right? And I'm not talking about native Indians, but the Indians will always 99% of the students. But John, I bought alcohol. I need alcohol. No, like I had to claw out their fucking hands. The guy's like saying no. The guy's saying this is what he's saying. No drink at all. He cannot believe it. No alcohol at all.
Like drinks that Earth should be having, it's a smoothie or a coffee or a bubble tea on an instant date or a regular date.
So he cannot believe it. For him, he must be Indian. This guy, he probably. Let's see. Yeah, he probably is Indian. If it's always about drinking and alcohol, because I think some Indians believe that if they get her drunk, they can deal with her objections and the objection of their accent. So you don't need alcohol. He cannot believe it. Like he's completely mind fucked. Like he cannot believe it. He's no alcohol. He's Indian, but alcohol. I need alcohol, John. No alcohol.
No.
I don't understand it. I don't want to sound racist or nothing, but I just want. Is it okay if I do an accent?
I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me.
All right. What? John, no alcohol. I cannot believe it. That's amazing. Oh my God, no alcohol. How can it be possible without alcohol? This is like sound like bullshit. I cannot believe it. I'm just joking. All right? I have a lot of Indian students, right? And have you ever seen me racist inside the inner circle towards Indians or anybody like that ever?
No.
Not even once. And you're Indian, you've been like my student for so long. And that's why you should not never take things out of context for people. Never once have I did that or act like that. This is like ridiculous. And you've been there for so many years. It's okay. The fuck are they talking about? So, all right, next one. No drinks at all. Is their hair, is it thinning on top? I mean, does it even matter if your hair is thinning? If you use the same hairstyle. So what about the Jewish student, right? You see his hairstyle is thinning on top, right? His hair.
Oh yeah, you also had that one bald student like a long time ago. I remember. Bald, and he still got laid.
Which, like, can you give me more details? Is he like Middle Eastern or somebody else?
He was an old man, like in his 50s.
Oh, you mean okay? So we're talking about the German student who was 5'7" who wore exactly the same blazer, the same dress shirt, the same pants, the same elevator shoes, the same watch. That guy.
Yep.
And when you saw him get laid, did he get laid on the first approach 3 times during the Kaizen program?
Yes, he did. Yep.
On the first approach, like 3 of them. The first one was 8.5, a German 21-year-old. The second one is a Middle Eastern chick. And the third one is just another white chick, 21 years old. But you, at that time, can confirm, beyond a shadow of a doubt, no bullshit, that this 52-year-old student, what will you give him like in terms of looks out of 10 for his face? What will you think he's...
Like 2 or 3.
Like a 2 or 3, right? Will you give his exact decimal points?
2.6.
And that's 2.67 is like generous, basically. He's that, but he's that ugly and he bangs like a 8.5 out of 10, 21-year-old, a cute Latina, and also another 21-year-old. Do you want to see their lay pics if I can find it?
Yeah. I'll look at it.
Okay. And tell me if they're pretty. So I'll just show you the second chick, okay? How's that?
That's fine.
Because the first one, although the back is to the camera, but I can show you some of the student lay pics. I have it right here. Oh yeah, here is some of the women. Oh, do not say his name, but he's right here. So this is the Latina, okay? And let's see here. Oh, and here's the 21-year-old, the last one, the white girl. Okay, so I'm gonna send it to you. And here's this is the Persian chick, right? What do you think of her in terms of looks?
Just fucking hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Persian chick. Oh my God.
Nice tits, everything, nice face. Looks almost like a Latina. Shit, really? And this guy, right, in one approach, and he used to get angry at me because I made him pinch his nipples during the Kaizen pro. So this is not bullshit. When the people see this, they realize that he's wearing exactly the same fashion as all the other students, doing the same social calibrations, drilling it down. He for real banged her. Like, this is for real. Look at the second one, okay? Like, the first one's even more attractive than these two. It's like a college chick. Look at the last one for the body. Right in the middle there, you see all the screenshots are all connected. The Persian chick with the white chick.
Yeah.
Does she have a nice body? And that's 21-year-old. What does it say? Don't say the location exactly. It is Germany, right? Does it say that she's 21 years old and talented painter? I'm grateful. You still got it. I'll add this to the testimonial pile. And how this go down? Can you make a short video testimonial? Any updates? Right? 21-year-old virgin again. No, I didn't say virgin. Sorry, 21-year-old again. We'll do tomorrow almost asleep. Really appreciate your skills are there, Kaizen. Yes, fucking amazing. He said, is this all true? You can see the screenshot with his name. Is this the same student? Without censoring his name, because he was your classmate. This is not bullshit. You can identify if this was like court or something. And you're like, is that the same person? That is whatever, right? And you are the witness, right? What will you say?
Yes, that's the same person.
And they're all like, holy shit. And then if that's the case, right, and you see this other chick and you think she's like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
look at her.
First girl, 10 out of 10.
How's that possible? All this is real. That means he's getting more attractive women than other dating coaches in Germany for those white guys and stuff. For a 52-year-old guy who's 2.67 out of 10 for the face. So I want to answer the questions for the people out there about the fashion. How accurate do you think my fashion is if you took a white guy that is 2.67 out of 10 wearing only my blazer, my dress shirt that my students wear, the same pants, the same shoes, the same watch? How accurate do you guys think it is for him to get laid on the first approach 3 times in a row? Ask yourself. Let's see what the questions are. No drink at all. I'm Indian. I can still get laid without white. Dash to whatever. Are you the guy who recently joined my inner circle? So let's see what the name is. That's you. So another Indian guy, right? He told me that he could still get laid right now, once in a while. I want to see if that's him. I don't remember his name. Or is it somebody else? No, it's somebody else. Yeah. So even for Indians, here's the truth about other Indians. They're all banging like 4 out of 10s. That's what they tell me. So if they do get the lay from maybe Daygame or something, if that's the case, right now, and maybe in Londonish area, it's always like 4 out of 10. Consistently. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Or they get no results. Let's see. Okay, next question. Without whitewashing, but I like your tooth or whatever. Okay. Regardless, does this supposedly ugly 52-year-old student work out? If not, how does he attract the girls? Work out. Okay. Does he have any muscles whatsoever for this 52-year-old student?
No, he does not.
Does he have a big belly?
Yes.
So the fashion is
a little chubby.
He's a little bit chubby, 5'7". If that's the case, then don't you guys see that the whitewash fashion makes it easier? And he's getting like you said 10 out of 10 for the second chick, even though I don't think she's 10 out of 10, but for you, in your mental filter, she's by far a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, the first girl you showed, she's definitely a 10 out of 10. The one with the black hair.
The black hair, like the boobs there, and she's holding the phone. That one.
Yeah, that one.
That's his second one. That's his Persian chick. And for you, that's a 10 out of 10. So the first one's even more attractive, believe it or not. So if she's a 10 too, right? To me,
she is, yeah.
To me, she's still very high. She's 7.9, maybe 8, somewhere like that. But for you, it's a 10. So everyone has different preferences, but she's way up there. If that's the case, then they can do that. Think about this way, okay? To the Indian guy. What happens if that 52-year-old guy start to try to do Daygame without actually dressing like my students? Do you know he got no results before? He went with many coaches before. Todd V, many coaches, German coaches, and he got 0 results because he's too fucking old and bald and ugly. Don't you see it? If this boosts his looks, money, and status, right? What he does not understand, that Indian guy, tell him that what he does not understand. Tell your fellow Indian person what he does not get about this fashion and social calibrations, even if he was banging 4 out of 10, supposedly. Tell him.
So you gotta dress like husband material, because even though if you're going bald, it doesn't really matter, because you can see the whole outfit and the watch.
Yo, what's up?
And that will fit in her truck too. And she won't walk away.
Yeah. So basically, another person says, I'm stunned that the haircut matters more than working out. It's not just the hairstyle, it's the whole whitewash, like exact algorithm, husband material. The hair just adds to it, right? Does that make sense? So if that's the case, then all right. So let's see what else. Okay, we cover a lot of things. And this is supposed to be about Asian masculinity. What else are we missing? Like, you guys have any questions for this Indian student? Because he's seen all the other students. He's been there. He's seen that guy, also the guy who was from London, who got 10 fuck buddies in a row. You've seen all that stuff. You saw the Chinese millionaire student. You've seen most of them. All the superstars. You saw the black student too. Got 30-something lays. You saw the Middle Eastern guy that's bald. Got a model girlfriend. Are they all real?
They're all real, yes.
Okay. So he's asking you right now that after you got your same day, like, what's next for you? What are you working on?
I still need help with the facial expressions.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm gonna focus on next.
Okay. I also think increasing your belief is helpful. We won't tell the exercise to help them do that, but I think facial expressions is important too. The thing is that for you, right? Do you have a lot of facial expressions?
No, I don't know.
Is it because of, I don't want to be mean, but the Asperger's kind of facial expressions, kind of Botox?
Yeah.
Is when you look at the other students, do they, let me think. Another thing, right? It's not so much about the emotions and stuff, right? That, oh yeah, it's all about emotions, it's so important and stuff like that, right? I think one thing that the more important thing for the emotions is that whitewash tonality. Am I right? Don't give them away. What do you mean? But what is a whitewash tonality? Like, what is it? Don't give it away, but give them some idea. Why is it important?
Goes back to being in the white tribe. If you have an accent, then basically you're out of her tribe. But if you sound whitewash, she's gonna accept you and she's gonna let you come in. So therefore, it'll be much easier to talk to her than lead her forward.
So you're talking about xenophobia, the fear and dislike of what's foreign in other people's culture, the out tribe. That's what you're talking about. So when people are asking me about what's wrong with Asian masculinity, are they in the in tribe or are they part of the out tribe? With their big muscles and compound Ninja Turtle look and their blue shirts and their dark blue pants and their white sneakers, right? Are they in the in tribe or the out tribe?
The out tribe.
What about the Indian guys who are, any more questions? Okay, this guy's asking, do your students follow a protein modified? Okay, this thing's blocking the way, this protein. Let me just put a dot here so I can see it. Okay. Does your students follow a protein sparing modified fast? I don't even know what that means. But is there like a specific routine or something that you use with protein and stuff recently?
Yes, I do.
You can tell them the name of whatever you're using that helped you gain some muscle and lose weight. What do you use?
It's called Huel protein.
HUEL.
HUEL protein. It's on Amazon. I wrote it out.
Yes. So these guys know it's excellent. It's called Heal on Amazon. Any more questions? It's great. It's great. Thank you for spending the time here, even after work. It's completely spontaneous. I didn't mean to call you. It's like haters, right? Listen to this. It's like, it's all real. Let's see what else. Just rapid fire. Are the girls blind that they sleep with the old guy? You want to give your interpretation of him because you know the old student, right? He's thinking, oh, they must be blind or something. Maybe this guy has a blind spot. He does not understand why why would they go for a 52-year-old man dressed like my students and why?
Why? Because basically he fits in her tribe. She trusts him, she likes him, and she's willing to go home by him.
What program did you think he'd take?
Oh, one of your coaching programs?
Yeah, which one did he take?
I want to say Leap Access and
No.
Inner Circle.
No, he took Kaizen.
Probably Kaizen, yeah.
You know what Kaizen is, right? Some of the students that took it.
Yes, the hardcore program.
The hardcore program. You saw the other guy from Toronto, right? You got 5 lays in a row. First, a white girl. You saw the pictures of him getting a blowjob. That guy. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do, yes.
So you saw him actually getting a blowjob without it being censored. Is that a real pic?
Yes, that's a real pic, yes.
And he went to Mexico, right, on vacation. I still taught him the Kaizen. And he got 4 other lays and he has lay pics and stuff. Can you confirm is it all real?
Yes, he does. It's all real, yes.
And he got laid in 1 to 6 approaches, every single one of them.
Yes, he did, yeah.
And so for Kaizen program, they practice the social skill flow drill and also in a hardcore way, as you say, hardcore, the body language. Maybe you may not know about the Kaizen program, but for the old man, he had to pinch his nipples every time that he made a mistake. How about I tell you guys a story, right? I don't make you guys do that. I am tough, right? I will yell at you, but I don't make you guys do it if you're not part of the program. Once upon a time, he was 50 years old. He got a girlfriend, a Ukrainian girlfriend from the Kaizen the first time he took it. So what it did was raise his social calibrations 2.5 points. You know the whole point scoring system, right? What's looks out of?
Yes. I think
That's correct. How about money? Money is out of what?
5.
No, 5.
5. Oh,
How about status for ethnicities hierarchy? What's out of?
I want to say it's 5, I think.
Not altogether.
The whole number?
Yeah, the whole number from white students. 20 out of 35.
35. Yes.
No, but how much points is the status for the race? Indians are like 2 out of 10 or whitewash 4 out of 10.
Right. Indians are like 2 out of 10.
Yeah. Asians are 1 out of 10 or else they're like Asian wash to 0. And it's out of 10. So I'm very surprised you don't know this. The fuck? So that's why your points are raised when you're whitewash Indian. Does that kind of make sense now? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Does that kind of make sense? Why? If you dress whitewash as Indian, you get 4 points instead of 2.
Yeah.
And also, I'll answer the next question soon. So if that's the case, right, and they raise their points, it also, the white guy, right, the 52-year-old guy, he's already 10 out of 10, right, because he's bald and white, even though he's short and ugly. His looks is 2.67, as you said. But however, when he wears his fashion and everything, right, overall, does he look like, not just the face, right, but overall with the fashion and everything, does his point go a little bit higher? So with the blazer, with the dress shirt, with the pants, with the elevator shoes to boost his height, and the watch, does that raise his money too in that category? Are you guys getting this? It raises his looks, it raises his money, and his stats is already white out of 10. But for you, for the Indian student here who's same day LA, it raised it to 4 out of 10. When you look at his social skill flow drill, he was not perfect at it. He's super autistic. But however, do you understand that for his social calibrations, right? It is 2.5 points. Social skills 2.5, emotional control 2.5, game 2.5. For him, when he learned how to talk slower, which 2.5 is he improving? Is it social skills, social calibration, emotional control, or game? If you talk, yes. And what happens when he works on the body language, the diagonal stance and all that stuff? Which one does it improve? Social skills, social calibrations, emotional control. Okay. And then when he does the triangular flow drill and he practiced that, which one does it improve? How many points is that if there's 2.5 points each? If he already maximized those or close for the social skill? 2.5, 2.9, 2.9. Point. Yes. So if that's 7.5 points, right? And his looks going from 2.67, right? Add that up. How much did he go up to in terms of aesthetics and fashion and whitewash with height too? I wouldn't say that high, but let's just say hypothetically, let's just say that it more like a 7. Someone that's taller, he's not 5'7" anymore, he's 3 more inches taller, 5'10". Let's give it a 7, okay? So 7 plus 7.5, 14.5. And he's white, right? That's 24. And plus the money, you got it? 3 more points, 27. For him, so when he did not, here's the truth, guys. In the very beginning, he got a girlfriend that's Ukrainian younger, but not like 21 years old. Afterwards, the next year with the pandemic, he started acting like a cunt. He started getting very scared with full of cortisol. He kept opening his mouth in fear and looked at me like I was crazy. His mindset went all the way down. 0, 0, 0. No, teachability 10, changeability 10, skills 10. It was always 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. I kicked him out. And after that, I said, I will only train you if you can get a pull. And he did pull, but he did not get a lay. And he said, John, can I please take Kaizen one more time? I promise I'll do everything that you say. I will not have shitty mindsets. I know you will not take me again as your student. Okay, I'll do it. I said, what? I'll do it. But you promise me, motherfucker, you do exactly everything. Yes, sir. When I say jump, you say how. That's what I told him. When I say jump, you say how high. Yes, sir. When I say run, you say how long. And you, however, need more discipline. If you fuck up, you'll pinch your nipples. He says, whatever it takes. Whatever it fucking takes. The amount of punishment, you may not realize this, I'm saying this to my Indian student. The amount of punishment that he has experienced, he got angry at me after the first leg. After a week, he banged a 21-year-old, that's 8.5 out of 10, okay? And that's what happened. And he opened his mouth afterward, after the leg, he walked away because he could not even believe that happened. He just kept looking at her with the mouth all the way open. He was just so in shock that even happened. So to answer the question, why would they bang a 52? A lot of women like guys with survival value that's a little bit older who's confident. Because the younger Gen Z generation have no money, they have no confidence, and they don't have like any sort of like husband material. I hope that makes sense. That's why he can get women in his 20s. Number two, you saw the women, right? The Persian women. What will you give her out of 10? You saw the picture. I gave her like a 7.9. What do you think?
She's 10 out of 10.
You say it's a 10. Okay, so everyone's
Yeah.
different preferences. So the next one he banged for him was a 10. I say 7.9. Averagely, it's probably 8. And that's the second time it happened. So basically, that was the woman that he pulled, but he could not close. But as soon as he saw the body language, and he was talking slower. This was 1 week after the coaching. He was very pissed off at me because I made him pinch his nipples. He thought I was inhuman. You know that? He thought I was like a worst drill sergeant in the world. But then after he got laid, he was trying to prove me wrong. He used to talk fast, like cortical speech. So he'd be like, "Oh," he asked another woman, "Hey, John, you know, this woman, she likes the way I speak." I asked her. She says, "Do you like my fast speech?" She said, "I love it." See, you're wrong, John. You're wrong. And then afterwards, he says that Persian woman says like, "Why are you talking so slow?" Right? And stuff like that. And they see, "You're wrong, John. You're wrong." Right? And you know what I said to him? I asked him a question. Yeah, did she fuck you? And then he's like, "Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir." Right? And then it's like, motherfucker. Afterwards, right? Another 2 weeks afterwards, he gets a day 2. And you saw the other chick body. Is she nice? Like the 21-year-old, the last one. Yeah, and he fucks her too on a day 2 without any flakes. Literally one approach. And he bangs her too. That's 3 in a row in one approach. 52 years old. And you'd say, how is that possible? Women, they can calculate your score out of 10. For example, your looks, she can look at right away. Just like the second Persian one that saw him, she knew he was different. She can see the money's different, the way he dressed, the height's different, and also the social skill flow drill, he was using it. Social calibrations, emotional control is different, slower speed. And his game tactics is pulling. He literally, you know what happened in like less than a couple minutes? As soon as he's talking with her with a new body language, the new social skill flow drill, the new slower speech, she told him if he can bring her back home. You know that? Because he pulled her before and then she was getting wet. But she says, "Do not hold my hand," because he's an old fucking ugly 2.67 out of 10 ugly bald German. But as soon as they got home, she was looking all over his drawers to see if he was recording any of this. And when they found out that nothing was being recorded, she just literally opened her legs, took off her clothes, and he fucked her. And you saw that picture over there she sent him. Can you describe the picture that she sent him? What does it look like?
You talking about the Persian?
The Persian, yeah. What's happening in the picture?
Oh, she's naked with her boobs out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
With her long black hair.
Does she have nice boobs?
Yes, she does. Yep.
Did he say from her vacation, please do not publish?
Yes.
All right. So, but do you know afterwards he got those 3 lays? That's all he ever wanted because his other friend banged like a 20-year-old for my Kaizen. I'm not sure if he gave credit to another coach or something, or just showed like, "Oh, I got laid," and he just screenshot it. But it was my student, Kaizen program, video testimonial mine. And that was his friend, his wingman before. And it is my program. And he was jealous of his friend banging a 20-year-old. You know that? So how come he got a 20-year-old? He got 3. After those 3, he quit Daygame. I tried to get him to come back to Kaizen. He says, "No, I'm too old." And he's just sticking with Tinder now. He took some good pics. For him, that's all he wanted in life. He can literally die a happy man now. Do you think it was worth it for him to take Kaizen twice to get that?
Yes, it was.
So I hope that answers your question to everyone else. Women can calculate your score. So if he's above 20 out of 35, it's 24 or something or more with all the skills. Even if social skill is not perfect, it was around like 25, 24 points. It's like an automatic 1 shot, 1 kill. 1 shot, 1 kill, metaphorically speaking. 3 times. If that's the case, and that's what works in Germany, then everything else is just a waste of time. That means this is the only fashion This is the only blazer. This is the only dress shirt that will work. Because once he went to Spain or Portugal or something, Portugal, not Spain. I think it would be similar. As soon as he changed the pants, as soon as he not wear the elevator shoes because it got sweaty and wet, and he wore a trench coat, he had no results. He got all rejected, not even one set opened. Do you know that? 100% rejection rate. And then as soon as he switched back to the fashion, I started yelling at him. He starts pulling women home. He did not get that lay that time, but he was about to. But he had to leave right the very last day. If he stayed for 2 more days, it would have been late. But a bunch of men over there, gangsters, looked at him, talking with all the women, and they were thinking about beating him up. But instead, they start laughing at him. Shit, this guy's a fucking player, and just flicked him in his big nose. And they walked away. They respected him. Like, this guy's going to take our women? Look how... Shit, this guy's not even intimidated. He got some PTSD afterwards. Maybe that's why he was so scared afterwards when his mindset crashed. But that's what happened. But then he came back and then he went back to his Ukrainian girlfriend on time. If that's the case, then let's see next question. Let's see. Okay, that's good. There's a lot of questions here, okay? We'll just rapid fire through them. They're not blind that sleep with old guy. Next one. Is skinny fat guy, should I focus on fashion that minimizes it or diet hard? What really causes the skinny fat? You know the answer.
Yeah, the vegetarian diet.
Is it also the cortisol?
Yes.
Do I make you take ashwagandha to reduce it? The Cushing syndrome.
Yes.
So Cushing means like man boobs, big belly, moon face, round face, low like deltoids and stuff. That's a problem with the Cushing syndrome. So maybe it's not so much about working out or dieting because nothing will work. You need to take care of your Cushing syndrome first. Just like one of the newer Elite Access students who joined me, he's working on that now. He no longer feels stressed taking ashwagandha, but you need a high dosage. Next question, rapidly.
Like 5,000 milligrams.
Yeah, we should not tell them everything, but we can give that away. At least 5,000, 6,000 mg ashwagandha can help you with the Cushing syndrome. And no, you will not have any problems with that. You do it for a certain amount of time. You can turn it off 32%. Next one. These girls do not have low standards. Most of the students are getting women way above their looks level. Am I correct about that?
Yes, you are.
But these women, tell them the score for this person that says, okay, this guy says, unless these girls have such low standards, right? Tell the scores of the students what they're getting recently and averagely, that we discussed it earlier in the inner circle. What are the scores? You saw them. I'll show you all the pictures.
Yeah, the woman that the students are getting are like 8 to 10.
It's not below it. It's all 8 to 10.
It's all above like students looks.
So you're saying, like, if you had to call it out, right? Which ones are 8s? Like, how many 8s? How many, like, 8.5? How many 9s? How many 10s? Just for the recent pictures I showed you.
Yeah, so I got, let me count them.
No, just roughly. If you're just looking at the recent students, give them a breakdown. Roughly, how many of them are 8s, 8.5s recently for students? 9s, 9.5, and 10s. Even from some of these pictures here. Even from a year or two back.
Like how many times a month?
Yeah. Okay, but overall, like they always get 9s and 10s, like quite a lot. It's not just a few times. So for the Italian student, is he mostly getting 8s and 9s?
Yes.
He got 6 lays now. You saw all 6, right?
Yeah.
You saw one of them, right? And she was much higher. What was her score? The one you said on the beach?
On the beach, I think she was
8. What about the other one? The one that had the black hair, the Bulgarian? Looks like Dua Lipa.
9.
Okay. And the recent one, the other one, you think she's another 8?
Another 8.
And the Vietnamese one, right? You saw that Latina, the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
So she's the Latina, the one that you, not the old man. I'm talking about the other one. Remember that Vietnamese guy, the one that.
Yeah. Oh, what she's like now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's 9.
She's
10ish.
9 and 10ish. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's see here. The Bulgarian's like 9 point something, or as you said, and also the old man, right? You saw the other one, the Persian one, and you say she's a 10.
Yes.
These are just some of the student results. This is not like everything. but this gives you some idea what the students get. So is it because the women have low standards or because they have raised their overall score for the social skills, social calibrations, emotional control? Are they raising their points? That's the reason why they get it.
They're raising their points.
Tell that person what's really happening. These women cannot be blind.
No, so the students are leveling up, so that's why they're having more chances with this one.
So do they get laid in 1 to 6 approaches with these 8s,
Yes.
9s, and 10s? And all the time, because you see all of the student results without the name censored and the face censored all the time. And all these times that keeps popping up, like you keep seeing these thumbnails popping up and they all have video behind it, because you might have seen some of the video testimonials ahead of time. Is it happening this often? Like whenever like the students are like, oh, another student laid, they almost think like there's no way this could be real. Is all this real?
All of this is real, yeah.
Every single one of them. There's not even one of them is exact. Like every single one happened like exactly the way that I portrayed it.
Yep. Yes.
Tell them. The skeptics.
Yes, we see proof of it all the time.
So you guys always get to see it first. As soon as a student gets late, I screenshot and I show everybody in the group. You see your classmate in the inner circle. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go for the next.
Elite access.
Elite access too. Okay. So basically, let's look at the next question, rapid fire. Okay, next question. How important is it trait of charm for day game results in same day late poll? Okay, so this is a question, okay? I want to say to my Indian student. A lot of these white dating coaches and a lot of these RSD guys, he's asking from an RSD perspective, okay? He's asking the word charm and charisma. I think that's what he means. Do I teach like stupid charm and charisma, or is it all social skill, flow drill, social calibrations, emotional control? Or is it charisma and charm and riz? So there's no this crap businessman king, like all these charisma RSD shit. Rizzing.
No, there's not, no.
I hope that answers your question. It matters 0%. That's only for autistic people without social skills, social calibrations, and emotional control. They have to rizz it up with their charm. There's no such thing as charm and charisma. I remember there was a Chinese guy. Whoa, John, social skills great, but isn't it charm, charisma? No, it's not charm. And you know who I'm talking about? That fucking guy, like that shitty hairstyle. But John, charm, I kicked him out right afterwards. We know who I'm talking about, right? That guy with the spiky hair and he looks like super China washed.
Yeah,
Charm, charisma. But John, charm, right? What about charm? Dude, if you're on a motorcycle and you have to go downhill as fast as you can, right? Do you want to be confident or competent? I want to be confident. Charm. No, don't you want to be competent so you don't fucking die? Oh, that too. But charm, get the fuck out of it. You're banned for life. Fuck off, right? But Uncle RSD said charm, charisma. He looks like that, right? I'm not joking. Like the big fucking bell pepper nose and spiky hair and charm. His teeth is like charisma. You see, he's like, this is what happens with Asian masculinity, charm, charisma, rizzing it up. So that answers your question, guys. It has 0% to do with charisma, 0% to do with charm, 0% to do with riz. Women open their legs for social skills from the naturals, social calibrations, and emotional control. Whitewash tonality. Let's see. So young girls with all the options in the world decide to sell with an ugly, fat, bald guy. When she does not see him as fat, ugly, and bald, does she? When he has all the social calibration. She sees him as a confident, older man who has survival value, whose husband material. And I'll tell you why, okay? So you guys understand. Why in the world would she go with, like, of everybody else in the world she could fuck? A 21-year-old, 25, and the one that he said is 10 out of 10. And another 21-year-old with a nice body. Why would they fuck an old man? And here's the truth, okay? Only my older students get laid. No other dating coaches, students ever get laid when they're older like mine. My ones can do same day lays easily. Do you like? Okay, I think you remember some of them. The Korean guy had 2 fuck buddies. Although it's from a meetup group. I just kicked them out. You know who, right? The Korean guy. Because he didn't pay his tuition. But he's in our inner circle group. That guy who looks quite young for his 53-year-old age. Starts with the letter J.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, that guy. There's 2 fuck buddies. Now he's 1. A white fuck buddy. So even at his age, it didn't matter. And you know that older bald German guy. And you also know, remember the other guy who was like divorced or something? The guy who was like 40 something, and he looks like a fat slob. Yeah, and he fucking like fucks like his divorcing wife's friend. He bangs her, and then afterwards, his wife gets so attracted to that she becomes his new fuck buddy after the divorce. That guy. We know his name, right? Starts with that. We don't have to say, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So why would any younger women bang people like that? Because the social skills and the social calibrations is so many points. That's 5 points right there. It's better than just using game tactics, which is probably not 2.5, and a little bit of emoting or emotional impact. Oh, it's all about emotions. That's only like 1 point each, like 1, 2. 5 points is huge. But if you got like that with social or emotional control, you get 7.5 points extra. So women do not respond to the looks theory. You might be thinking it's black pill, right? Because he's ugly, therefore women don't like him. But here's the truth, okay? I'll answer the question. When we talk about the 6 frames, we're talking about the fuckboy frame, boyfriend, girlfriend, the romantic bullshit frame. We have the social circle friend zone frame, right? We have the husband material, we have the daddy daughter frame or the sugar daddy, and we have the high status. Okay, these are 6 frames. When you fit in husband material, think about it this way: it's like a nightclub. Every woman out there, even the feminists, they'll be like, "Oh, I don't want to get married. We don't need no." They all cry after they're 30 years old. They're like, "Oh, I hit the wall. Oh, I wish a guy would approach me." Those women. Every woman wants to get married one day. Most of the time, for all of those 21-year-old, 25, 21, all of their boyfriends, let's say they're going to have 12 boyfriends before they get married. First boyfriend's going to be in high school. He's going to be like some ethnic. He's going to be like half Asian and half white. He's going to be like 5'4" or 5'6", and she's not racist because she can't get anyone else. Then afterwards, the next guy's going to be like 6'3". Next guy's 6'1", next guy's 5'10", next guy's 6'4", next guy's 6'5". Eventually, she levels off around like 5'10" or 5'11". She marries a white guy. But you have to compete against all those guys. Does that make sense? I'm talking about Indian student.
Yes, it does.
You will never compete in a romantic way using romantic flirts. It will never work as a boyfriend girlfriend, right? A lower SMV. So the only way you can fit to be number one, to cross the line, like a nightclub, to get to the front of the line and get into the club or get into the lake, is to be husband material. Every woman wants to be married with a guy who has confidence, some survival value. That's why the watches, every single detail, all that stuff, every detail matters. All of you are wearing exactly the same fashion, right? That are raising these points. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tell them, because I think this guy's Indian too, who's wondering how this is possible. You saw that guy. You saw the old man, right? Ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
Chubby belly. But you saw the women right there in the screenshots, and he's banging her. And that's his name right there. And he says, from her vacation, please don't publish. It's all real. And his video testimonials.
Looks doesn't have anything to do with it. Yeah. It's all about behavioral game.
Yeah. Gain enough points is behavioral game, is being in the right frame. Husband material. The reason, I think that you may not know what black pill is or red pill. I think the reason why people have these pills is because they're autistic. They don't have social skills or social intelligence. So they always think it's a pills, but they are living in a world where social skills does not exist. When I teach you, right, social skill flow drill and stuff, right, they don't understand that. They call it like the Queefing Casanova ABCs of attraction. They call it verbals, conversational skills, not social skills. Verbals, free association, words association, all this bullshit. Verbal. That sounds stupid, right? Hey, you want to learn some verbals, Asperger verbals. They have no concept. So they just go and push pull all day. And verbals and self-amuse and verbals and charm and charisma. Charm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. They don't learn that shit. It's all bullshit. Because you guys are zombies and autistic. So you guys think, oh yeah. But listen, social skills play a huge role. Because when we look at it, it's evolutionary psychology. It's like a tribe. It's like a fucking tribe. The guy with the perfect body language and behavioral game, he talks slower. He is the alpha male. He takes his fucking time. Wait a second. You guys are not, it's not clicking here. He's the alpha male. Therefore, he does not care what women thinks. He has the perfect body language. He's chilled. And he takes his time to speak because he expects to be listened to. The beta male of the tribe talks fast because he's used to being interrupted. This is making sense? Behavioral game. So when the old man starts talking slower, right? And having a perfect body language down to every angle, just raise the points right there. It just makes her fucking white. And that's part of a tribe. And the social skills is how you can navigate the tribe. You don't need high status, whatever. You just need to have the behavior of the high status person, and you have the survival and replication. All this is evolutionary psychology. And having that high status race is the hierarchy. It's like a caste system. India, they have this caste system. Whoever has darker skin usually has lower value than someone with lighter skin, like the Gujaratis. So, but aren't you a Gujarati?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
You're a little bit like more tanned for a Gujarati. What the hell? Are you sure you're Gujarati? You're not like a New Delhi? Punjabi?
No, I'm Gujarati.
All right. But yeah, he's Gujarati. So usually they have lighter skins. They're into business. Am I right? They're all like business people. Yes. So even my old roommate is Gujarati. So I am. So anyways, as I was saying, so I hope that answers your question. Is evolutionary psychology, survival replication value, looks is most women are not lesbians. They don't look at the face like whatever. They'll like a guy like Leonardo DiCaprio, although he was very good looking before. He looks like a fat fucking like dumpling. But he's confident. He's the most congruent person with good body language and good facial expressions. He has status too. He has height. He has the looks. He has. So sometimes it's not about the what you think is what works. Women, have you noticed that the students, their faces are not always that good looking. They're very average, right? But the women they get are like 8.5, 9s, 9.5, and 10s. But this person will probably say that student's not that good looking. He looks so average. How is he getting that? Does that kind of debunk that they're into the face a little bit?
Yeah, debunks it. Yeah.
So if a guy who's good look, the looks theory, right? So if a guy's better looking than a girl, let's say he was like 8 out of 10 and she's like 7.5 or something, or maybe 6, but he's delusional. Everyone can see there's a big mismatch. Is that really skills?
No, he's just SMVing it.
That's right. He's SMVing it. But when you see my students, they're skill maxing. Think about it this way. Before the pandemic and the lockdowns, right? The Gen Z, the generation Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
Your other classmate is Gen Z.
Yeah.
That guy.
They don't have no social skills. They've been under lockdown for 2 years on COVID.
That's right. They've been locked down for so long, they lost all their social skills. What happened to the rest of the world? It turned upside down.
Yeah, it turned upside down.
And then now they lost their minds. And 63%, yeah, and 63% of men are single because of that 2 fucking years. The world, the North and South Pole flipped upside down just by 2 fucking years. And all these people became autistic and they start using Riz. Hey, you want to Riz it up with charm and charisma? You want to Riz it up? Riz. So that's what people lost their fucking minds. That's why they're like, oh, you got to Riz it up. Riz. So, oh, look at him. He's rizzing. He's trying too hard. The guy's like trying to impress her. Hey, girl, how's it going? I like to be your whatever in your soup, whatever. And I'm the meatballs in your soup. And we can be hot together. And what the fuck are you guys saying? That's the world has lost its fucking mind. That's how they talk like when they're rizzing it up. The Gen Z, they're rizzing it up. Charm, charisma. No, isn't it Asian masculinity? Isn't it muscles? They have no social intelligence. And I teach the students the social skill flow drill. So they can talk to everybody, women included. It opens up their legs because that's the person that can navigate the tribe. All right, next question. So young girls with all the options. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to find a guy like that that's husband material. That's the next question. Not important, but not that important. German girls must not be hypergamous if they go for the same old fat, bald, ugly guy. No, you don't understand. In Germany and Berlin, they have socialism. Does that make sense? The government pays for the university. They pay for everything. They pay for your living expenses as long as you submit to the socialism. So if it's survival and replication value, their survival value is taken care of. So women just want to be down the fuck. They're really carefree. You can literally pull every woman back home in one approach because they already have the survival value handle. They just want to have fun. There's no skills involved in Berlin, Germany. My Asian student, the Chinese guy with 15 lays, do you remember him when he got laid on his first approach with a blonde chick in Germany? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true. Yep.
Or is that like bullshit? A Chinese guy, 5'8", fucking same day lays first approach.
No, it's true.
And also the other 15 lays, he got no results with RSD stuff. That's all true, right?
Yeah, that's yes.
And he banged 2 actresses at the very end. He got 5 white girls, 5 models, 2 actresses. He married one of them. Am I correct?
Yes.
He's actually married. There's not some bullshit that I'm posting on his thumbnail. That he's actually married.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, he's actually married.
Okay. I mean, you heard it from nice student. It's not like planned or nothing. But all those lays, all that stuff really did happen. The marriage, everything.
Yes, everything happened. Yep.
It's all true. Let's see. So yeah, that's German girls. Next one. Does the old guy have a nice haircut? I don't think that. Okay, you tell him how nice is the old guy's haircut.
Not nice. He's bald.
Exactly. He's bald. No hair. Let's see. Yeah.
Bald. Yeah.
Is it that tough and harsh to work with? What are you talking about? Like, working with what? Is it tough? Maybe he's talking about the old man. Is it that tough? Yeah, it was that tough. Like, am I sometimes like a tough coach? Like discipline? Wait, why are you laughing like that? You're like, yeah, like fuck you. Like this guy's the scariest motherfucker alive. Just be honest. Tell him.
So, especially if you make a lot of mistakes, yeah, you gotta have grit. You gotta, accept it. It's tough love. But you improve from it.
So
you'll get your results later.
Have you seen me yell at some of the other students that are better students? Like ones who listen. Do they ever get yelled at? I'm sorry to say, because you're a bit of a hard case or an impossible case, right? The reason why you get yelled at is to keep you back on the line. Do you know for the Italian student or the Jewish student, I only yell at them one time, and then they're back in the line. They never got yelled at a second time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Everyone in that other WhatsApp group, we get yelled at all the time.
Oh yeah, because they're fucking zombies. ADHD, like as fuck. Am I right about that? They're super ADHD.
Yep.
But not everyone gets yelled at, but that group gets yelled at like crazy. That's not even the worst. I mean, if I make the old man pinch his nipples, but let's just say this: does being this tough, is it like sadism, or is it because it's tough love and it actually does work like army? Which one is it?
It's tough love.
So it's not like some kind of sadism.
No, it's tough love.
And so it actually does work. So no coach does discipline because for them, right? They don't want to like lose money from the students, but this thing gets the people across the finish line. Is that true?
Yes. Yep.
But you saw how tough I am. I just want people to know, because I don't want to be like sugarcoating it. Not everyone's gonna get yelled at. I know some of you are scared. Oh, you're training with John, he's super tough. But there are times, right, when I am actually that tough and I'm not bullshitting. I want results. And it's not like they just manifest testimonials out of nowhere. They actually need discipline to get there too, the skill level to level up. Just tell them the truth, like just open mic.
Oh yeah. So if you do like a drill, fuck up on it, then more likely John's gonna yell at you because he said it over and over again to not to do this mistake. And at the end of the day, you gotta get that message in your head and you're gonna fix that. Then later on, when you use it in Daygame, you get results.
Yeah, exactly. I say that he looks a little okay. Oh, okay. So this is another person, right? Who is he says he's Pakistani, not Indian, right? Let's put on YouTube Live now. YouTube Live, right? Indian student here, right? Let's see if he wants to join. All right. So I just texted him that right now. So he's a bit on the fence. I'm just telling him that you and him look similar. So he was always worried that he was not enough. He says, don't I need some Instagram and some status, John? No. But John, don't I need bigger muscles first? I'm short, like whatever, right? I need muscles. So what? Where are you getting these stupid fucking ideas from? Are you big? Yeah. Brainwashed. Let's see. Next question. There's a couple of them deleted. Messenger retracted. Do you think millennials from age 28 to 35 So is that the age range of the millennials? Okay. Have better fashion than Gen Z, or Gen Z is all about skateboards and bets? Oh, okay, that's a good question. So the reason why Gen Z has the worst fashion in the world, that's how I'm gonna start with it. Right? Gen Z, they look old as fuck. They're stressed out. Most Gen Z looks much older than millennials. So are you a millennial?
Yes, I am. I'm 28.
You're 28?
Yes.
All right. So basically, Gen Z, right? I think they're like 26 or 27, right? Certain age to 27, around that area, but younger generation. For them, they all look old as fuck. So for me, I look younger than Gen Z because they look older than me. They look older than millennials. And most people don't know my real age. Is John a Gen Z, or is John like a millennial, or is John like a Gen X or a boomer? Nobody knows because I'm fucking immortal. I never age. Boomer, Gen X, Gen Z, or millennial. Nobody knows. But however, saying that, the question is, why is their fashion so bad? So one time, I'll tell you a story so it makes more sense. One time I had an Indian student in Australia, okay? He was delusional. He was a skinny, fat, stocky. You know what I did to him? I actually made him dress as Indian as fuck as possible. So I made him get his hair as curly as possible and as greasy as possible. I made him wear a fucking flannel too, pink flannel. It had to be pink. I made him grew his bench sneakers. Yes, exactly. Sneakers, bench-hold beard, and a tapered dark blue jeans that tapers down the leg. Total Indian. So I said, go out there and start talking with women. And you don't have to give compliments. Just ask them for directions. Just see what happens, right? Because he had no awareness. And all of them ran away and says, ew, disgusting. Get away from me. Then I made him dress like not the millennial, but the whitewash fashion next day. He shaved his bench-hold beard. He got the haircut, everything. And he could not get rejected if he tried. All the women were into him. He just didn't know how to keep up the conversation. He's super ADHD. But here's the thing. When you look at Gen Z's fashion, their hairstyle is curly hair, right? You saw the other Gen Z's doing. And they look old as fuck. And they usually wear baggy clothing, right? And they also wear the same flannel kind of shit and broken jeans, right? And sneakers.
Yeah.
What fashion does that sound like? Gen Z and Indians are exactly the same fashion. That's why women are turned off. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The poor fashion. No survival value, no whitewashed, just poor homeless people. And you look at the Gen Z women, they're all like skinny. They all have separated eyes. They all have a rat face. And they look old as fuck. They look older than even me. Am I right? Like these days.
Yeah.
They're unhealthy. That's universal now. Their looks have gone down. So if you're dressed like an Indian fashion and that's the worst fashion in the world, and Gen Z is dressed like the worst Indian fashion, they're identical. If we put them side by side, then this is a template of what not to do. You can always try to looks max and muscle max and height max as an Indian and try to do some stupid push pulls and shit, and use alcohol and escalate super hard, but don't be whitewashed. You're not losing your culture. You're just not cheating with alcohol. You're just closing with skills like him, same day late. And when did you get same day late? Did you get recently?
16, 2024.
That's right. It's just like yesterday. So that I'll post this video testimonial tomorrow. We've got to change the title Asian masculinity. So let's see. Okay, next one. John, should zombies do the stop? Should do to stop being a zombie? That's a very good question, right? So even you have experienced delusions, low self-esteem, right? A lot of students in the inner circle group or whatever. What do they need? Like, what creates the delusion? Do you think ADHD has anything to do with it?
Yes, ADHD.
What happens with the self-esteem? Does it go up or down?
It goes down, really down.
And when it goes really down, what happens to the ego?
It goes up.
And what happens? Do they get the 4 traits of low self-esteem?
Yes, they do.
Do they try to, number 1, the 4 traits, as I said, delusions. Number 2, half-assing it, lazy, right? Number 3, the wrong path, the sociopath, they try to do it their way. Just like this guy who's 5'3" and a virgin, try to do it his way. He was like, yesterday, I'm not going to use the Skype. I'm going to try to do my own surgery, right? Wait until he sees your results, right? As a guy who's impossible case, right? Emotional like him. If he only saw this, if I sent it to him, he would be like in tears. He'd be crying a lot of tears, right? The bitter tears. So for him, and then the last one, you burn out, right? You quit. So if that's the case, and that creates delusions because ADHD, high ego, low self-esteem, force traits of delusions, right? That's what becomes a zombie. So what is the opposite? How do you reverse
The
this?
opposite. Well, you take supplement to decrease your ADHD.
And we can't tell them what it is, but there is a supplement, yes, all my elite acids. What happens next when you start to take the supplement and you start drilling it correctly? What happens?
You build the skills to go do it and feel it.
Okay, so when you build the skills, does your self-esteem go up or go down? What happens to your...
You start believing yourself.
Okay, so the skills equals belief.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe even belief can give you more skills, but either way, they work with each other, basically. And by you focusing, right, being teachable and changeable, it also raises the skills for the point. So if the skills go up, right, and the self-esteem goes up, what happens to the ego?
It goes down.
What happens to those 4 traits of low self-esteem? The 4 voices.
Being delusional.
Okay, then what happens next when you stop being delusional? What's the next one?
You start believing yourself.
You become...
You don't quit.
Yeah, you don't quit. That's the last one. What else?
You get results.
You also will follow my instructions, which is the wrong path, the sociopath. The opposite is actually listening to what Johnny Lee says, instead of doing it your way. And the last one is the half-assing, the laziness. You become less lazy and you take more action. Level up better. But the zombies, right? Can they see their own mistakes in the mirror?
No, they can't. They're delusional.
That's right. They're delusional. Even after you're late, right? Are you starting to think more clearly? Less voices.
Oh, yes, I am. Yep.
Yeah. So
I know it's possible.
Yes. So if that's the case, okay, then the opposite is true. If you want to be less of a zombie, you get your ADHD under control so you can get your ego back in order to get some core confidence and core competence. And then you can reduce the 4 traits or the bullies that are messing you up. I hope that answers your question. Next question. To the guy on the phone, right? What's your 1 rep max, right? He's just maybe curious about more black pill kind of shit for weightlifting. Bench.
225.
225. Is that good or bad? I don't know.
45 on each side.
Okay. So you mean one of those big plates on each side?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not super heavy, right? Because I see guys like lifting 3 or maybe 6 plates, 5. I always see it on the Facebook. But he might think he might think you're like super strong, right? Like a black pill mindset. Maybe this is his question. So you're not super strong.
Big size matter, especially for maintaining.
No, absolutely not. Just fuck them and invite them back out again the next day. That's what you're gonna do. That's what I tell you. Get her back out, watch another movie, and fuck again. Don't go out there on another date. Don't be boyfriend, girlfriend frame. Just get her over, watch a movie, okay? You're gonna invite her over, okay? Next time. You're gonna start watching the Fallout series because it's very popular now. There's a new series called Fallout. You ask her if she wants to watch it with you. Because now she has to come back over and you just bang in between and then she'll come back later and keep watching more of it. And then once in a while you can watch 50 Shades of Grey and say, is this a comedy movie or something? My friend John says it's a comedy. And just watch it and bang and just keep doing that and just keep her on the rotation 2 times a week or she gets clingy. Unless you want a girlfriend, then you bang her like 5 times a week and then she'll say, what are we? What frame are we? What frame? You say, I guess boyfriend, girlfriend. And now you don't need fucking romantic flirt bullshit and alcohol maxing and Stockholm syndrome and all that other shit. So I say, sorry for it, bro. Okay. Oh, he's swole? No, are you swole? He doesn't look swole. He basically does not look like he has a lot of muscle. You have this sort of Cushing syndrome look, am I right? A little bit.
Yeah.
So it's not muscles. But if he can lift some strength, then it's not muscles. It's just fashion, whitewashed, husband material, same day lay tactics, social skill flow drill, some body language, talking slower. Yeah. If old bald guy wants to... The only game that you need is to maneuver, sexualize it to the maximum, objections looping, and flirt in between when she talks more. Everything else is just bullshit. You did maneuver her around, right? Smoothie, down the other place, I forgot. Movie, park, and then back at her place. So never, ever try to just do number closing when you don't have social calibrations and just keep moving her back home and close the deal faster. Let's see. Oh, if the old bald guy wants to approach in the west, when he creep grows out because Germany is easier. No, he's not from Berlin, Germany. That's the easiest place. He's from a different part of Germany. That's harder. It's like medium hard. So no, he will not creep out women because he's very confident. He's talking slower and they'll respond to it. My Pakistani mentor is like 46 or 47 now. And the women that he has, his girlfriend is 10 out of 10 Russian. She's the most attractive woman I've ever seen. He showed me pictures of her in the inner circle mansion. So he's an older guy. You might be thinking, well, he's an older Indian looking guy, Pakistani guy. Why would women like him? Because he has perfect whitewash tonality, he has perfect social skills, perfect social calibrations, perfect emotional control, perfect game, perfect. Even his looks is not that big. He has a V-shaped body. He has his fashion is he wears Prada shit. He wears like Armani stuff. Yeah, he has the real stuff that I wear the Zara version of, the real expensive stuff. The really like high quality women that are 9 out of 10 and 10 out of 10. They know exactly what is in the fashion catalogs. As crazy as that sounds, that's a different level. All the women that he's banging that are 9 and 10 out of 10, they all know exactly what's in the actual fashion thing. The season. That's crazy. It's like they have a different mental filter. So right away they knew. Just like when we were like New Year's Eve and we're going to this party and stuff, me, him, and another German guy who's tall and good looking, looks like a male model. Even the women say, "Is this an Armani suit or something?" And she opened it and it was Armani. She knew. I was like, "What the fuck? How did she know? It could have been any brand. It could have been Zara." She knew exactly that was Armani. There's a whole different mental filter. The rich Vancouver white girls, the socialites, they all have a different mental filter. And he's an old guy. He looks old. But he's banging. I even saw him bang an 18-year-old. That's 9 out of 10. In older women, 20-something. So they like the survival and replication value of older men. So I don't like Gen Z and stuff. Next question. You're literally just looking at all my video testimonials. You gotta ignore this Indian student. Stop being sewer rats. What do you want to say to the sewer rats out there? The poor fucking people looks at my video testimonials. Oh, they know it's real, but they're just like, oh, I'm too depressed. My cunt hurts. What do you want to say to those people? Okay. The hurts.
You have to invest in yourself like a light bulb scale. I think like the Maslow chart of needs.
Yeah.
Being in a relationship is one of them. And if you're not, if you're not getting girls, then you're gonna be depressed for the rest of your life, and that's gonna affect other areas of your life.
Yeah, and there's also different areas.
Skills and others.
There's different areas of the Maslow. That's a higher need for intimacy, for relationships. The lower skills is money. No, it's not money. It's like food, water, shelter, sex, temperature control, toilet, excretion, right? They don't even have that. They're like borderline homeless. They're like so fucking poor. They're living off their credit cards. It's no way to live. They're like fucking 5-figure debt. Yeah, imagine that. I'm 20K in debt, but it's okay. Let's max out the credit cards. Let's just look at Johnny Leach's late testimonials, and you can confirm every single one of them keeps popping up. I have not even posted all of them yet. As you see every single one with the actual student's face, the woman's face, the name, everything. They're all real, right?
Yes, because we see it in the clear circle at the green taxes.
Yes. So you guys see the censored version. My students can see the uncensored version. And then from there, yeah, exactly. So they can confirm it. They all say exactly the same thing. I just called them out of nowhere. They have no idea I'm going to call them today. Thank you for being here. So really appreciate it. All right, let's see. Germany must be easier because the girls seem to like ugly. No, actually, Germany. No, Berlin is the easiest place in the world. Berlin. This guy's in a different part of Germany. That's medium. So remember when the Chinese student went to Berlin, he got same day lay on the first approach. Remember that? So that's Berlin. Berlin's the easiest place in the world. But the old man does not come from Berlin. Everywhere else is medium because Berlin, the reason why it's easy, not just the socialism. Here's a big secret, okay? You want to hear it? The big secret of Berlin that nobody wants to say in public?
Yes, what is it?
All the women are hipsters. So they like men that are minorities. They're open-minded. They don't take showers. They have blue hair. Fucking hipsters all over Berlin, guys. That's why it's easier. They don't tell you Berlin's all full of hipsters. All fucking hipsters. That's why it's easier on top of socialism. It's all a lie. Berlin's the easiest place, easier than Thailand. But the guy, the bald man does not come from Berlin. He's nowhere near Berlin. He's in a different, way different distant part of Germany. Him and his other friend. So it is not easy. It's not easy for the other guys. It's like medium. It's not super hard, but it's medium. But yeah. So fuck your theories. So much black pill shit. I'm telling you that women don't care about the face that much. Imagine it's like this, okay? Let's see. What can I do to illustrate this, okay? So, okay, let's just say this is the wallet, okay, that I have. This is my wallet. And this is the representation of the face, okay? So your face is covered like this, okay? This. Make sense? They only look at the hairstyle. They look at the body language, right? You get it? They look at the, yes, say that again. They look what? Yes, and what is the value that they see, even though the face is covered?
They see husband material.
What else do they see? They look down. What do you see?
You see the elevated shoes.
Yes, and what does that shoe signify? The design.
The design?
Yeah. The brown shoes, dress shoes. You may not have any awareness, right, why you wear it, right? But in reality, that exact...
Does it make you taller?
It makes you taller, for sure. But that's a husband material shoe. You can be like a Gen Z, wear like a fucking blazer with sneakers, and they look down at the sneakers. You know what happens? Fucking college student.
They walk away?
Yeah, college student. Broke college student, right? They can see the shoes right away. Women don't even have to look down, but they know what your shoes are. They have in their peripheral vision, you know, in the side there, they can actually see your shoes and calculate subconsciously. They don't look down. Isn't that fucked up? So when Pakistani mentor, I say shoes are like one of the most important things. She can tell right away and disqualify right there. Oh, fucking Gen Z, bye. No, why did you walk away? I have the whitewash fashion. I'm the whitewash fashion, John. White sneakers, you know? This guy's no money. This guy's a broke college student, a broke ass. A sewer rat. Broke sewer rat. It's like, oh, look at my shoes. Like, it's pink color, like this guy. Look at my shoes. Right? Oh, shit. It's poor shoes. Shit, she knows. Fucking sewer rats. Hate these fucking sewer rats. All right. So is that kind of making sense? So when she looks up and down and your face is covered like this, she can look at the, she can't see everything, but can she see the V shape in your body, even if you have a blazer?
Yes.
V shape, right? She cannot see your muscles if you have the blazer, right? The Ninja Turtle muscles, compound. But she can see the V shape.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows. Is this starting to make sense, guys? Scanning up and down. Okay, V shape has protector status, like my Pakistani mentor. Oh, expensive shoes. They look at the height. Elevator shoes take care of it. They look at the watch. Raises the money. Oh, body language, just like the old man. Perfect body language. He's talking slower. Oh, that must mean he's alpha and he's taking his time because he has high value. Is it making sense? Up, down, right away. That's why a lot of you guys get rejected right away. And then other coaches will say, oh, no, you got to be a 10 of 10 in your mindset and 100 of 100. And then therefore, it's like a bouncing off the wall. They have no social calibrations. Hope that makes sense, right? Let's see. Next question. Do I accept Indian students now? Okay, for you never contacted me before. I'm talking to the guy from India. You're talking about not Indian students, but India. This guy, were you born in India, but moved to the United States?
Yeah, I was born in India, and I moved to the US when I was 2 years old.
Okay. But originally, you're not actually born. They think you're like you sound whitewash, right? Or more or less like a white accent. So you're actually born, but you're born in India, for real. You're Gujarati. Okay. How about this? Okay. Executive, you never contacted me once of all the YouTube lives. Not even once. So any more final questions before we go? Is already quite long, but if I spend 2 hours and 39 minutes here, it's actually a better use of my time because if I, let's say, for example, I want to censor your testimonial and post it and post some old ones, it'll take me more than 2 hours and 30 minutes. It'll take me like 6 hours. It's a great use of my time. But fucking 6 hours.
That's fun. What?
Every time I make a video for the video section, there's actually a video behind all of them. You've seen it before. You know of it.
Yes, I have. Yep.
So that's how many. And I can't post too many for the sewer rats. You know that? If I post too many, I'm going to get rid of, it's going to cover all the old testimonials. You know that? Then they won't see the old ones. I'm in a fucked up situation. I'm the Daygame coach with the most late testimonials in the world. Students are banging 9.5, and 10s. And then they're like, these guys are like band choding. and poor as shit. They're looking at me like I'm crazy. They just, oh, sewer rat. Another testimony. They run like crazy. You know that? They see a testimonial, the sewer rats will run in every fucking direction. That's what they're at. They're like that right now. They're so fucked financially that they're really running every fucking direction. Oh no, not another video testimonial to ignore. That's why the video section gets no more videos. We're just gonna post them here, and once in a while to get some testimonials. Tomorrow, you're gonna smack down, right, and curb stomp these sewer rats with your same day late video testimonial. So
Yeah.
okay, so let's see. I just want to confirm the date of the same day lay of yours was April the 16th, 2024. Because they might think it's some old testimonial or some shit. No, it just happened yesterday. Does that make sense? They might look at it as, oh, is this some archived testimonial? Is John just writing like April the 16th, 2024? Or is this for real? But it's for real, then